Large, joyous crowds have gathered in Timor-Leste to celebrate the anniversary of a historic independence vote. 2 decades ago, one of Australia's nearest neighbours was in strife as pro-Indonesia militia unleashed a series of atrocities across the tiny nation following the ballot. SBS reporter Hannah Sinclair is in the capital, Dili, and joins us now live. Hannah, how are Timor's hard-fought independence celebrations being remembered?
Well, Anton, the violent events of 20 years ago have been remembered in an incredibly peaceful and joyous way. Members of the international community joining with the East Timorese people for a night of music, culture and remembrance. A party for the people to celebrate their freedom. Over 100,000 revellers flocking to Tasitolu, just outside of Dili, in a show of national pride.
Today I'm very happy to be here because so many people are celebrating together.
The event marking 2 decades since almost 80% of people in East Timor voted for independence.
We faced many things that very hard in our past, but today we are happy to face this independence.
Many too young to remember the brutal Indonesian occupation and the violence that erupted after the ballot in 1999. As the people of Timor-Leste celebrate and commemorate this anniversary, they're also wanting to extend their gratitude to the international community for helping them to achieve their independence.
I'm feeling
Former fighter and President Shanana Gusmao watching on as the efforts of the Australian-led international force, which intervened to restore law and order, were remembered. So too, the courage of the East Timorese people. A third of the population was killed after Indonesia invaded in 1975. Despite threats and intimidation from pro-Indonesia militia, they still turned out to vote for their independence. Prime Minister Scott Morrison among the international guests, toasting one of the world's youngest countries. Earlier in the day, at the very building Australia bugged in 2004, Mr Morrison and the Timor-Leste Prime Minister ratified a new maritime border treaty. But Australia won't be compensating Timor for the billions of dollars reaped under the now expired and unfairly negotiated agreement.
Revenue sharing arrangements commence from the time of the exchange, and that's what we've agreed and that's what we'll do.
Many hoping Mr Morrison's visit will prove a step in the right direction to restoring Australia's relationship with Timor-Leste. But this milestone was about far more than politics. Celebrations continuing into the night, the courage and perseverance of this young nation burning bright. Prime Minister Scott Morrison flew out of the country this morning, but the calls for him to drop the case against Australian whistleblowers Witness K and Bernard Collaery do continue. That case will be heard again in court in a few weeks' time, and many people here in Timor-Leste are closely watching.